Hey, blessings, grateful family. Welcome in. Welcome back to the Grateful Gab podcast. Here we are on this journey once again as we dive into the account of the Israelites heading from Egypt to the Red Sea. Really looking forward to this lesson today. How many practical things we can take from this account, right? What, as followers of Christ, as followers of Jehovah God, what we have to do to, you know, get the full effect of their support, right? We have to be willing and open and actively doing to receive their support and help as well. So looking forward to this beautiful lesson today. Today's episode is being brought to you by Sugarcane Sweet Shop, proudly sponsored. Thank you to my sponsor. Daily verse for the day of December 10th, 2025 derives from the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 17, and it states as follows. Be obedient to those who are taking the lead among you, and be submissive, for they are keeping watch over you as those who will render an account, so that they may do this with joy and not with sighing, for this would be damaging to you. Amen. And again, it's from the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 17. And again, you can almost always have connection between the daily text and something else in the Bible, right? Today, again, we'll be talking about that the journey from Egypt as a hundreds of thousands and millions of Israelites being led by not only Moses and Aaron, but being led by Jehovah God, right? Being led by Jesus Christ through the means of the Holy Spirit. So beautiful lessons today. Looking forward to being able to get into it. This will be lesson number 22. The Miracle at the Red Sea. Again, lessons that you can learn from the Bible book is jw.org or JW Library. You can find this information on both of those uh, media outlets or both of those resource outlets. So, the miracle at the Red Sea. As soon as Pharaoh heard that the Israelites had left Egypt, he changed his mind about sending them away. He commanded his warriors, "Get all my war chariots ready, and let's chase after them. We should not have let them go." He and his men began chasing the Israelites. Jehovah was leading his people, using a cloud during the day and fire at night. He led them to the Red Sea, and he told them to set up camp. Then the Israelites saw Pharaoh and his army chasing after them. They were trapped between the sea and the Egyptian army. They cried out to Moses, "We are going to die! You should have left us in Egypt." But Moses said, "Do not be afraid. Wait and see how Jehovah will save us." Moses really trusted in Jehovah, didn't he? Jehovah told the Israelites to break camp. That night, Jehovah moved the cloud and placed it between the Egyptians and the Israelites. On the Egyptian side, there was darkness, but on the Israelite side, there was light. Jehovah told Moses to stretch out his hand over the sea. Then Jehovah made a strong wind blow all night long. The sea was split in two, and there was a pathway down the middle. The millions of Israelites marched on dry ground between the walls of water to the other side. Pharaoh's army followed the Israelites into the dry seabed. Then Jehovah threw the army into confusion. The wheels began to fall off their chariots. The soldiers shouted, "Let's get out of here! Jehovah is fighting for them." Jehovah told Moses, "Stretch out your hand over the sea." At once, the walls of water collapsed on the Egyptian army. Pharaoh and all his men died. Not one of them survived. Jehovah told Moses, excuse me, on the other side of the sea, the large crowd of people praised God with a song. "Sing to Jehovah, for he has become highly exalted. The horse and his rider he has hurled into the sea." While the people sang, the women danced and played tambourines. Everyone was very happy that they now were truly free. Are you enjoying today's episode? This episode of the Grateful Gab podcast is proudly sponsored by Sugarcane Sweet Shop. At Sugarcane Sweet Shop, every dessert is made with love, creativity, and a sprinkle of sweetness. From the signature cookies and cupcakes to custom cakes for every occasion, Sugarcane is available to make your moments a little more special. Follow them on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Sugarcane Sweet Shop to see what's fresh from the oven. And don't forget to treat yourself today. Beautiful example here. Beautiful examples. I love how this story went on, right? And it shows how I spoke about a month ago about when I learned of the second account of Jesus feeding the crowds of people, right? He had the 7 loaves this time and a couple fish, right? And the disciples had asked him, well, no, where are we going to get the food to feed these people? Like, right? Like that disciple had not experienced or had not witnessed Jehovah bless Jesus and help Jesus be able to feed these people. Well, here we are now, thousands and thousands of years before, at the Red Sea, when the Israelites are in between this Egyptian army and the Red Sea. They see this. The first thing they tell them, "We are going to die. You should have left us in Egypt." Right? The trust for Jehovah, the things that Jehovah had done for them already, it went away. Right? They only seen what was in front of them, and they were not looking and trusting what wasn't in front of them. Right? They couldn't physically see Jehovah, even though he had the cloud that he was guiding them with. They could see that. Right? The cloud was following them. Right? And what I mean, by day the cloud was following them, by night the fire was leading them, right? So they knew Jehovah was there, but yet, as imperfect humans, soon as we see something in the flesh that we're afraid of, that we don't have any control over, we're ready to doubt. And that's what they did. We don't want to be that way, right? We want to be able to trust in Jehovah. Just as it mentioned here, what Moses told them, right? Moses told them that let me find it here. He said, Moses said, "Don't be afraid. Wait and see how Jehovah will save us." It's amazing, right? So we want to be able to have that trust like Moses. We want to be able to wait patiently for Jehovah. We want to be able to wait and see how Jehovah will save us. And we are surrounded by more than just the Egyptian army, right? We're surrounded by Satan's wicked army, right? All around us. And we're trapped on all sides, but yet do not be afraid. Trust in Jehovah that he will save us. That the time and the place for the wicked to be done away with is true, and it is coming. But we have to be patient and wait for Jehovah to do his part. As the story continued, right? It continued and showed how Jehovah blessed the efforts, right? Blessed that Moses trusted in him. In the same way that he blessed Moses' trust, he can bless our trust as well, right? Jehovah made it to where the Egyptians could not pass. They could not see in front of them, right? They could not see where they were going. So they did not continue to um advance, right? And during that time, Jehovah told Moses to do something, right? Jehovah could have easily, when he put the cloud in between the Egyptians and the Israelites, Jehovah could have parted the Red Sea right then. But what did he do? He wanted the one who trusted in him to go even further by doing something, right? By being active, by serving, by listening to Jehovah. And that's what we have to do as well, right? Jehovah told Moses, "Stretch out your hand over the sea." We have to do, right? Jehovah tells us to do something, we have to do it. We know what he's capable of. We know he can do anything. But when he charges us to do something, he wants to see if we're going to do it immediately or going to say, "Well, I can't do that." Well, me put my hand over the sea, what are they going to do, right? Me going out to the ministry, what are they going to do? Me preaching to teaching, what are they going to do? Me studying the Bible with what people who want to know about you, what are they going to do, right? Jehovah knows what he's capable of doing. He just wants us to be obedient and be used by him, right? To trust that when he asks us to do something, it's in our best interest. And we can see that from that account, right? Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, then Jehovah made a strong wind blow all night long. And I love this account here, right? Not only did the strong wind blow to part the Red Sea. The strong wind was still there as the Israelites traveled through the Red Sea, right? None of them were blown into the ocean, right? And another key fact as well, they walked on dry land. Jehovah God's power is so amazing, right? They think about the equipment they had. They had carriages and animals, and I mean heavy pieces of equipment, right? you know, uh, they carried so much stuff, millions and millions of people. There was no mud tracks, right? There was no slipping, falling. I'm stuck. None of that type of stuff happened, right? Jehovah God is so amazing, right? It says the millions of Israelites marched on dry ground between the walls of water to the other side. And on that march, right, on that journey, right? We might think, oh, the journey is going to be muddy, the journey is going to be hard, the journey is going to be, rocky, whatever it may be. But Jehovah says, no. When I'm in charge of the journey is going to be smooth, right? When I'm leading you on a journey, the journey is going to be taken care of. All your concerns, all your worries will be null and void, right? They'll mean nothing because what you think is going to happen is going to be the total opposite because Jehovah's going to take care of everything, right? The first one the first Israelite that stepped on that dry ground was probably ecstatic, like, wow. We've all seen water when it does to the ground, when water is sitting there. This was an ocean. This is the Red Sea, a place that you can find on your map. This is not a small place. This is a body of water, large body of water that's sitting on top of ground for millions and millions of years. The water, the foundation of that seabed would be muddy, squishy, unable to hold up anything, right? Washed away, unleveled, so many different things, but yet they all got across safely, sound, dry. It's amazing. Jehovah's truly amazing. And once more, right, he showed evidence of that he's gonna separate us from the wicked and the righteous, right? After they all had passed over the sea, Jehovah told Moses, stretch out your hand over the sea. At once the walls of water collapsed on the Egyptian army. Pharaoh and all his men died. Not one of them survived. And what does Jehovah tell us in Psalms, right? Psalms 109, 106, verses 9 through 12, where he speaks about he saved them from the hand of their foe and reclaimed them from the hand of the enemy. That's what Jehovah's going to do for us. Jehovah is saving us from the hand of Satan and the wicked ones, and he's going to redeem us. He's going to reclaim us, and he's going to show that when he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. So I've really been enjoying this account here over the last 4 weeks. So like the last month, we started with the burning, the last 4 weeks, the first 3 plagues, the next 6 plagues, the 10th plague last week, and then today the miracle at the Red Sea. So Jehovah is coming, right? His day is near. Jehovah God's kingdom is true. It's coming. It's coming to put an end to this wicked system. He's going to save us from the hands of the enemy. He's going to save us from Satan and the wicked ones. So trust in Jehovah, right? When Jehovah asks us to serve him accordingly, serve him in an instant, right? Don't hesitate. Don't take your time. Do it immediately. And we're going to continue to see how Jehovah blesses us. We're going to see how our efforts are pleasing to Jehovah, and we can see how as we transition from this wicked world to the paradise world, it will be smooth, right? Seamless, just as the travel was from between the Egyptians, the Israelites, the Red Sea travel, and a journey into the promised land. It's amazing. So I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves. Be blessed. Really look into these lessons, right? I've covered this before and I love covering it again. I'm going to cover it even more with my children as family worship continues to go. But it's truly an amazing thing to look into and analyze. Again, lessons you can learn from the Bible book, jw.org or the JW Library. This is the Grateful Gab podcast. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. The Grateful Gab podcast can be found on whatever podcasting platform you use. Just search me, Google me, whatever you need to do. Follow me, share my videos. Just continue to stay prayed up. Jehovah's here with us. He's here with us. He hasn't forgotten us. He won't forget us. He's here with us. He's helping us to fight and fend off the wickedness around us. And he has not abandoned us or forsaken us, but he is here with us. Him and Jesus, they are with us. So be blessed. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, peace.